everybody? It's your boy Don. We are back with another video. Man, first of all, I want to say, even though it wasn't announced, but thank you for showing up to the stream yesterday. You know, I just decided to randomly stream the watch-alongs with the game yesterday. So that's something that I plan on doing now. So I will announce it starting now. For every Knicks game that we have, I'll try to do a watch-along. So if you're watching the game too, you can come watch the game with me. I'm not going to show the video, of course, because I don't want to get copyrighted. But, you know, like, you can hear the sound with me and we can talk about the game and stuff like that. It was a lot of fun yesterday, man. Shout out to everybody that was there last night. There was quite a few of you that stopped by and said what up. So that was definitely cool. But today, of course, we got to talk about the game last night. As you can see, 90-84, we won. 1-0 in the preseason. First thoughts, and it's good that I slept on it because sometimes, you know, it's better to sleep on things than to just start talking randomly. Plus, I did the stream already, so I didn't just want to make two videos on the same night. My first thoughts were that defensively, we have improved. We have definitely improved defensively. It's clear. It's very clear. That defensive stuff you hear from Tom Thibodeau, it's not a joke. That's for real. That's for real. And we're gonna stay in a lot of games because of it. You know, it was clear to me, guys like Mitchell Robinson. Really, Mitchell Robinson. You see him getting down defensive, and they've been drilling him. They've been drilling people. Listen, you're not gonna get people coming down to the paint easy. You know, you gotta make sure you gotta pick up your man and stuff like that. So I was very happy about that. But notable key things that were on my mind throughout the game, and I'm gonna try and scroll down here, so hopefully you can see everybody just about. But if you can, I'm just naming the names of the players as they were playing and their stats and stuff like that. So it's nothing crazy. If I start with Dennis Smith Jr. looked terrible yesterday, and a lot of people would be like, "Oh well, it's just the first preseason game." Well, listen. A game is a game. We only play we literally play I think 4 preseason games. If I'm not mistaken. Let me see here. We only play 4 preseason games. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. You know, you don't have that much time. A lot of people are saying, oh, well, it's just a preseason. Trust me, it matters. You know, the season is going to come around fast. And it was clear Dennis Smith Jr. is below where he needs to be. And it's crazy because Rivers didn't play yesterday. He went early. He went with Peyton, Burks. I think Mitch was in there. I'm trying to remember. It was a weird starting lineup. I didn't like the lineup too much. I think Barrett was in there too. You know, it wasn't really something that intrigued me too much. But, you know, he went with it. I thought that point guard wise, probably the best point guard we had on the night was Peyton, but I didn't really like Peyton either, even though it does say here that he has, in 27 minutes, he was able to put up at least 10, you know, with 7 assists. It's weird. That point guard position is rough for us right now, man. It's rough. That point guard position. I'm looking forward to what Austin Rivers is going to do. Because I hope that eventually that Tibbs does go with Rivers. I think he'll give us something different. At times, we just struggled to create offense, you know. And we won because we were good defensively, you know. That being said, man of the moment, man of the night, Obi Toppin. Played great in my opinion. Obi had, where are you, Obadiah? You had a nice solid 11 points, but the points he was getting were good points, you know. He had a couple of dunks. He had a couple of jump shots too, I believe. So it was really a good performance from him. And you can tell he's only gonna grow in this game. Of course, we're gonna want him to be the main forward eventually, but it's not gonna just happen overnight. And you know what? I gotta be honest. I gotta give credit where credit is due. Like it or not, Julius Randle is our best player, and he showed it. Julius Randle is our best player. Yes, RJ Barrett has 15, and I didn't get to RJ Barrett yet. But Julius Randle is by far our best player. See, it showed in moments that when we needed something, he would come up with a clutch basket. Even though he still has his usual turnovers, you know, he still has his usual mental mistakes. And And a lot of people in the stream were like, "Oh man, Don, like it's just the first preseason game." But like I said, there's not that many of them. I don't know how long you want to take to warm up, but this is for a lot of these guys. It's a continuation from last year, so you're hoping to improve. You're hoping to build on what you've been working on, and that's why I barely listen to any of the things that were said in the camp. Because a guy like Ntilikina can say whatever he wants to. He feels like he's getting better, this and that. And then when Ntilikina steps onto the court, it's kind of the same thing as before. It's kind of the same thing as before, but I'll get to Frank as well. I thought that Julius Randle was our best player. He hit a clutch basket. It was kind of like a lucky bounce toward the end, and it went in. But it's pretty clear now to me that for right now, Julius Randle is going to be our best player. We're probably going to be looking to trade him eventually, and he will get traded because he'll be, if he plays well, he'll be very valuable to us. But yeah, I just had to say that. I'm not gonna lie. As much hate as I give Julius Randle, he was our best player yesterday. Now RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett struggled, in my opinion. He struggled, especially early on. I think he went 7 for 10 late, which is not bad overall. I think he went 7 for 10 overall, or later in the game he did. But in the beginning, he just had his moments where he couldn't find his shot, and that it worries me with him. It worries me with him because in tougher games, when the season really starts, it's going to be hard to just find your offense. And he does everything right. Barry does everything right. He gets his separation now. He gets to a position where he can have a pretty open jumper. He just needs to make it. That's what he needs. He just needs to make it. When he goes to the line, when he does, he's strong enough. He has everything. He has the size of everything. He just has to make his jump shot. Once he does that, you're not going to stop him. You're not going to stop him at all, but he just has to find that. He just has to find it. That's all I can tell you about him, because everything else he does well, He's young, fast, athletic. He does everything else well, but he just has to find a way to make his baskets. Here or there. You get to the line a couple times, a couple jump shots, all of a sudden you average like 18, 19 a game, And he scored 15 because he picked it up later on in the game, but he was struggling in the beginning. But I really do think that later on he can become a solid contributor if he just finds his shot. Next, we got to go to Frank Ntilikina. For me, Ntilikina it was kind of the same performance as he always has. Defensively, he plays pretty good defense. When he gets to the offensive side of the ball, he'll create space and he'll pass it. Or he'll do something that is completely the opposite of what he was doing before. So he'll look like he'll attack and then he'll change his mind. You got to be sure of yourself. If you're on top of the key, take a shot. Trust your shot. Be comfortable shooting. He still doesn't seem to have that. And at this point, you might not get a lot of opportunities to come in the game because Rivers didn't even play. And for what Frank can be, that's what Tom Thibodeau wants. But if you can't finish, you're not going to be in the game long. And that's the truth. Other than that, Reggie Bullock, I thought even though he only had 5, I thought he played very good. I think we can use him a lot. Reggie Bullock definitely played well. Even with the 5 points, I saw a lot that I liked in him. Kevin Knox, again, struggled. Kevin Knox definitely struggled again. He's been struggling. He needs to figure it out soon because if there's a trade package coming, it'd be him and Randle that are going. He needs to figure it out. But I'm not gonna give up on him like I made that video. I believe in Kevin Knox, but he struggled again, And then that reminds me with the 3-pointers, our 3-point shooting was horrible. I'm not sure what the stats were on that. Maybe if I can, does it say what the stats are for our 3-point shooting? 5 of 23. I mean, hey, damn. 5 of 23. It was terrible. Yeah, ain't nothing was going in as far as that goes. But other than that, there's a couple other players like Burks. Yeah, he played all right too. He played pretty good, but nothing major. Mitchell Robinson, I mentioned him earlier, had great defense. Him and Nerlens Noel look like we got something there. It's a lot better than I expected it to be. It's going to be very solid. Defensively, we're going to be a good unit. Nerlens Noel is a guy who's going to give us something. I would like for Nerlens Noel to stick around, to be honest with you. Because I didn't even mention him, and he had 10 points and 8 rebounds. He looks like he can be really something. It looks like he can be really something. I like Nerlens Noel. Nerlens Noel is going to help us a lot. But other than that, I think I mentioned just about everybody. What did you think of the game, man? Trying to see if anybody I forgot. What did you think of the game? I thought defensively we're solid. Offensively we struggled. Randle was our best player. Barrett looks like he has potential, but he still needs to find himself. Obi is going to be Obi. He's going to take time to learn and grow, but I think eventually he's going to be a problem too. Guys that struggled were Dennis Smith Jr. definitely and Kevin Knox. I would put Ntilikina in that category. But yeah, man, that was kind of my overall thoughts of the game. 90-84 Knicks. First game done. Next game, I think we played them. We either played them twice or we play the Cavs next. I just saw it. Yeah, we played them again tomorrow. So, join me for that live stream. I will do the live stream tomorrow again. I will post it. I'm doing a live stream right around when the game starts at around 7. I will do that live stream for you guys. Why not? Just come out, have fun, hang out, watch the game with me if you like. But yeah, man, like, comment, rate, subscribe if you enjoy these videos. Let me know what you thought of the game in the comment section. But for now, it's your boy Don. And I see y'all next time, man. Peace, I'm out.